Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars, honored to bring you guys another second generation Prius. This one's a 2006 with 224,254 miles on it, and it's extremely clean because it's from Montana. It only recently moved to New Hampshire, which is where we got it from. They do not have anywhere near the winters we do, and they're much more environmentally responsible with their salt use, or I should say their their road cleaning, because I don't believe they use salt, and if they do, they use very little. You'll see underneath the car as we walk around. So starting in the front, we're just going to go over the cosmetic flaws because you'd never see them in the photos. This is an aluminum hood, so it has a decent amount of chips in it, and it has a couple areas that looks like rust. It is absolutely not. Do some Googling. Aluminum does not rust. If you're curious, it like oxidizes, and that oxidization, if that's the word for it as a process, causes the paint to lift off of it a little bit like that, but it does not rot or rust like steel, so that won't turn into some like hole like it would if that was a steel hood. So on this side of the car, not much to show. This does have studded snow tires in the front, and these are very, very loud, but they are going to get you through just about anything. I mean, I'd imagine until the snow starts to hit the bottom of the car, these bad boys will get you through it. They have studs, and they're extremely, extremely good in the snow. They're made by General. We actually run this brand of tire on our minivan. And if, by the way, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, bummer, I don't want to deal with snow tires, this is a deal breaker, reach out, because we can put all season tires on it relatively inexpensively. And while we're over here, by the way, I'm going to try to show you guys the brakes. Not sure if you can see the pad there, but that is about 95% of the brake pad that's left. The brakes feel perfect, and again, there's 90 or 95% of them left. There's a chip here that was touched up in the wrong color, but other than that, this side of the car is pretty clean. Normally, that's where the rust starts. This area right here will rot out. Eventually, it'll just like disappear. All you'll see is the corner of the door. As you can see, no such drama on this car because, again, Montana and New Hampshire don't get near the winters we do, and they're much more environmentally friendly with what they do get. Again, it has all seasons in the back and studded snows up front. So any Prius, by the way, this is ice. We're at the car wash because it's the time of year where this cannot be done at the dealership, unfortunately. So yeah, freezing here at the car wash. This is just ice right here, but this is substantially faded. Any second generation Prius is going to have a faded spoiler. This is a different kind of plastic than the bumper or even this tailgate piece. This is like a foamy, almost like closed cell type plastic, and they fade pretty bad. Chips along the bottom of the bumper, and let's see here, nothing on the tailgate. This is also aluminum, by the way. Usually you'll see some of that same type of corrosion on it, but this one doesn't have it, which is good. This side of the car, not much to speak of. I don't see any dings or scratches or anything like that. There's one little chip right here. Let's see. Inside the car is absurdly clean. The driver's seat had some wear here. It was actually pretty substantial, so I found a used fabric for the seat and reupholstered it. That was like in and out wear and tear. There's this mark here that's like harder than a plastic razor, so I'm afraid to scratch any harder on it. It won't come off. I have no explanation for the wear on the carpet. Of course, a set of floor mats, you can get them relatively inexpensively from Walmart, or just ask me if you don't want to. I might have a set. Out of several hundred vehicles and at least 150 of these second-gen Priuses, I've never seen quite that much wear. My only explanation is maybe they were like a drummer and kind of moving their feet along to the music. Who knows? In the back, super clean back seat. You'd think it wasn't even used. Carpet's in wonderful condition. The cargo area, you can tell they had an active lifestyle because this, you can tell that this was used. It's got some scrapes on it from cargo, a little bit of discoloration here. Clean, but it's not that, cargo area that only ever had grocery bags in it. It looks like they maybe had some sports equipment in there or something. Again, super, super clean in the back. Passenger seat shows like virtually no wear, and the passenger carpet shows also virtually no wear. Underneath, very important, again, being a non-Rochester car, that's what a Rochester Prius would have looked like, and this is a 2006. That's what you could have expected in the year, maybe 2010. Very, very clean under there. Try to show you the front as well. I got a good shot of the front in the photos. But yeah, tough to tell because it's wet, but very, very clean underneath. And now to take you guys for a ride. Let's see here. Just gonna put the protective mat back in. Let's see. Okay. So it drives absolutely beautifully. It had a full synthetic oil change and filter change just maybe 3 miles ago. It has all the TPMS sensors, or that little tire warning light. Those have all been replaced with new sensors, so you won't have to deal with that obnoxious light. They all have good battery life on them. The only thing about the car, which it depends, it's not a negative for me. I'm like a safety first kind of guy, but the only negative would be the sound that the snow tires make. And again, if that's a deal breaker, just reach out, you know, and before you set the appointment, let me know, or even at the appointment when you come to test drive it. You can buy this car online, by the way, but you know, we'd love to meet you. And when you come in to test drive it, just mention that you don't want to deal with studded snow tires, and we'll talk about options to get some all-season or non-studded snows on there. But the car, it drives again like brand new. Acceleration is super smooth. The engine's smooth and quiet. Actually gonna try to get you guys. So there's highway speeds. Drives perfectly straight. Hands off the wheel, hitting the brakes. Let me see here. There we go. Hitting the brakes really hard. That almost never works out in such a congested area here, but it did this time. So drives like a new car. And yeah, if you have any questions or if you want to see it, just reach out. You could do so through the website, www.pellacars.com, or of course, we would love to talk to you on the phone or through text and meet you in person for a test drive. You can reach us at 585-771-0111. And before I let you go, here's another chance to show you guys highway speeds. And that's, you know, some hard acceleration. You can see it's pretty quiet. And no highway speeds because people are going to pull out. Okay, anyways, I'm Drew. Hopefully the video is helpful. Again, you could set up an appointment or buy the car at www.pellacars.com, or just reach out at 585-771-0111. Thanks.